How's it going? Hopefully you're having a better day than you were yesterday. That's the whole goal, right? The whole goal is to just have a better day than the day before. Each day progressively getting better. That's what you hope. There's a bunch of news. We'll cover some of it. Horrific. I said this before. The weather services got decimated. Or not before, but before the effects of the weather services. If you don't know, Doge, Elon, and Trump defunded all the weather satellites and scientists and how we track weather and how we forecast and how we give warnings. And I learned about devastating news in Texas, flash floods that were not appropriately warned of. They didn't warn people. And then also, I just learned today we lost one of my good friends, a big bro of mine, the man, the legend, LB, Lyndon Byers, lost a good friend. So my heart goes out to his family, his son, his wife, his extended family, which is so many people. We lost a unicorn. And we'll talk about some more news in a minute, but I want to address this because for some reason, the path of my life, I've been so blessed to work with people like LB. So blessed. I feel super, super grateful that I got to work with him every day, every morning. And you become like a family unit. And he was a radio personality. He played for the Boston Bruins. He was in some movies and TV and stuff, but I think that was like an after effect of who he was as a person. And again, we lost someone way too young. This man was too young to depart this earth. And more importantly, we needed people like him in this earth. And the reason I say all those other things are an after effect, because if you ever got to meet LB, you'd know why I call him a unicorn. He embodied the paradox of man so uniquely perfect. Because he was a tough guy on the ice, Mr. LB. He was what they call an enforcer. He would go out there and whoop some ass when he got on the ice, when he played for the Bruins. But if you knew LB as a person, and I'm guessing even off the ice, with people he played against, they would tell you he was one of the greatest human beings to ever walk this earth. And I can attest to that because I don't know how my life path took me to be able to work with this man every day for years. He was like a big brother to me. That man taught me wisdom and shared so much. And I'm devastated he's gone. Oh, God. But the paradox of man that LB was. Such a legend. This dude was such a legend. Because he was tough as nails. And this is what I mean. This is why the world needs to know about people like LB. This is why the world needs people like LB. Because that guy was tough as nails. He was paid by an NHL hockey team to fight. You understand that? The dude was paid to go out on the ice, on ice skates, and fight people. That's his job. He was paid to go on the ice and fight people. And you would think, or at least this is a message for the young kids. And I was so blessed to work with this man every day. And I feel like everyone should have. That's why he's a unicorn, because not enough people know about humans like this, like LB. Because you see the alpha male universe and the Wes Watsons and what's his name, Ben Azuli, and I'm trying to think who else, these Joe Rogans. You know, they think people like that are tough. But the truth is like real tough guys do not ever feel threatened by other masculine machismo peacocks. And LB, who rest easy, brother, one day until we meet again. But LB, he was the embodiment of that. He knew how tough he was. The fucking man had knuckles this big, bigger than my head. But he was the kindest soul. He would give the shirt off his back. And I'm not saying this as in like, oh, to give a metaphor. I'm saying like this man kept my heat on at times. And I've never shared that, besides like people, my wife, like this man would do anything if you were in need to help you. And on top of that, he was a genuine believer in people. He always saw something radical in everybody. Like when I started my podcast, I haven't done my audio podcast in a while, but he loved that. He wanted to be on it. He would invite me over. We'll do it together. And Earth needs men like that. I am so devastated for the loss that Earth has encountered with LB leaving this planet. I know his spirit's around, his soul is around. And again, my heart is with his son because I know what that's like. I know what it's like to lose your dad at a real young age. But he was such an important lesson. And not even if he was trying to teach you a lesson. I'm saying the way he carried himself, the way he acted, the way that, especially in this culture of this lonely men epidemic and these alpha males and all that, like this dude was a true alpha male because he never felt threatened by anyone trying to peacock and fluff their stuff out. And he just was kind. If somebody was hurting or vulnerable or in pain, he was kind. He was kind. This fucking guy. Oh, I'm so sad he's gone. What's up, Kevin Hawthorne? Adrian, hello. I don't know how much news we're going to talk about. I know that finally, some good news. Joe Rogan's starting to call out Trump and targeting of migrant workers. Now, cartel members, that's what Joe Rogan said. And then Mark Ruffalo is jumping in, which, I mean, good. We need enough people jumping in. But this is what I mean. It's like when your day-to-day life is told... In American culture right now, people are told like, oh, Joe Rogan's a tough guy because he did jujitsu. That's not what makes you tough. That's what makes you a good fighter, good at jujitsu. But that's not what makes you tough. We're told Donald Trump is tough. No one can negotiate. People are scared of him. That's not what makes you tough. That's what makes you feared and an asshole or an asshat. This man right here was tough. One of the toughest people I've ever met in my life, and I was so blessed to work with this man. I love him. I miss you, LB. He was tough. Not only was paid by the NHL team, the Boston Bruins, to be an enforcer, to go on the ice and fight, to protect dudes, but he never felt threatened and felt like he needed to go around beating people up or brag about how tough he is. In fact, he loved lifting other people up. He loved believing in other people. He loved helping people. It was the true mark of a tough guy. God damn, LB, we're gonna miss you, man. I know people already miss you. And if you haven't heard, Earth lost a unicorn. Lyndon Byers, former Boston Bruin, former radio personality. He was in movies and TVs and More Than Words video. I know that because he was like, you didn't know I was in the More Than Words, and he pulled it up. He's wearing like a dungaree jacket. God bless him. Oh man, he was the funniest dude too. Oh. But I just found out today that we lost LB. I miss you, bud. And you have regrets, Last time we talked, I kept telling him, I'm like, I'm coming down, but I share a car. So it's hard to do things. So go see a loved one, call a loved one today. If they've been on your mind, don't hesitate, call them, because life is but a blink, man. We lost LB. I miss you, LB. I love you. This one's for you, brother. Oh, here's the Bruins put out a nice thing. I shared it as a community post if you want to see it. He'd do anything for anyone. He's a rad dude. And he was a unicorn because he's what I would define as a real man. Yeah, he could fight. Yep, he was a hockey enforcer, tough as nails, but the way he conducted himself, and I don't mean like the character, like the showman, because he was a showman, but I mean like as a human. Like he was one of the most gentle, kind-hearted, loving people, always down to have your back. And I wish more people. That's why I call him a unicorn, because there's nobody like him on this earth. He comes around once in a generation, and it's just too bad. I'm sure there are more, but that's one that unequivocally I could say was just a hero. LB. And I wish more youth got to experience what I did, getting to work with him for years, because you learn so much, you know. So yeah, I just needed to take some time and say I love you to my brother. I'm sad you're gone. Hey, what's up, Timothy? Today's a tough one, man. Oh, and I found out at work. I was working. I was on the floor. I told my boss, I said, I gotta go outside for a minute. This is brutal. Oh, love you, buddy. Love you. Wild, man. But yeah, in this day and age of the Joe Rogan manosphere, this was a true man right here. This fucking guy. No problem being kind. No problem talking about being kind either. My buddy Mike Shue, who's still on the radio in Worcester, put up a blue skeet yesterday or something saying, quoting LB, because LB used to say, like, it takes 2 seconds to be a dick, it takes 2 seconds to be nice. Don't let anybody wipe that smile off your face. And that, man, I want to talk about him more, because this dude, no matter what was going on, he wouldn't let anyone take his sunshine. Len, you know that 90s band? They had that, don't steal my sunshine. And LB, no matter what, that dude could smile through the worst of it. He was a true seasoned vet. And I wish I knew more of his. That's the other thing. Yeah, Michael Madsen. And Young Noble from the Outlaws. One of the members of Tupac's group. That's the other thing. I regret so much too, because last time me and LB talked, I really wanted to ask him if I could come hang out with him and have him audio record his life. I wanted to document his life so bad, and I just didn't say anything to him because I was like, I will talk again. And I just regret it. So I thought it would be so great for his kids. He has such a unique story growing up in Saskatchewan, Canada, to become an NHL player. Like, oh, don't fuck. If there's something you need to do today or somebody you need to call, just call them. Do not say I'll do it later. Just do it. Yep. Now, I also wanted to point out that I know the big news is the State Department saying there's no Epstein client list. Well, do you remember when that same State Department gave the right-wing, the alt-right influencers the Epstein client files? I always joke that they were empty anyways, but now they're trying to say that didn't even exist. It's so funny. News about Texas. My heart is aching for the kids in Texas at that camp. And this is what happens when you defund, when they say we're going to cut waste, and they're actually cutting satellite imagery and weather warning systems and weather tracking systems. I mean, that's what I mean. There's always room to do good, and that's what bums me out, because LB always did good. That dude would always look out for everybody. So I'm sorry I'm not talking about news today. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this loss. I'm hurt. I'm very sad. I'm very, very sad, because he was such a great dude, and I feel very sad for his kid, because he had such a rad, amazing father. So I'm just, you know what, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tomorrow we'll go over the news. I had a bunch of stuff lined up. There's some stories down below. Hey, what's up? I feel bad for my friend. Good to see you, Officer Lucy. So I don't know. I can't, finding out that we lost LB, a unicorn, one of a kind, real hero. I'm a little messed up right now. I'm just sad. I'm just sad. That's it. I'm just sad. I'm sad. I miss him. And I regret not calling. I regret not going to visit. I regret a lot, because, we only have a blip. We're here for a blink. So do what you can, be kind. That's what I mean. It's like all that's going on in the world with defunding stuff and wanting to make sure people don't have Medicaid and stuff. I'm like, we're here for such a small time. Why can't we try to make it less sufferable? You know, want people not to suffer as much. Like if you've suffered, which LB I know did. I know where he came from. He had pain. And that's what I mean. He was a true man because he knew the pain he had come from, and he never denied anyone's pain. And he always supported people. Oh, God damn it. Hey, what's up, Alma? Thank you. I mean, the world lost a very, very good man this weekend. I don't even know what to say. So let's go over news tomorrow, because this Epstein list, which they're saying doesn't exist now, even though Ghislaine Maxwell went to jail for nothing. They said they had thousands of hours and thousands of documents. Now it's all... I mean, here's the thing. This is what MAGA's finding out right now. That liars lie. And if you stay loyal to a liar long enough, they're going to burn you too. And that was the other thing. LB was a straight shooter. He would tell you the truth even. That's what I love. That's what I consider a real man too. Somebody who will tell you the truth even when it's very hard for them. And then he would do that. So, God bless you, LB. Rest easy, brother. My heart's with your family. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's get back at this tomorrow. We'll go over some news. Today, I'm just going to send some love and prayers to his kid and his wife, please.